So the talk was make Benzema the joker. Try not to take it to the midfield because they're more physical and they'll push you away. And then Benzema steps up to his scores because Cristiano Ronaldo isn't fit.
Yes.
But in the end, it's the character of Real Madrid that won it for them.
I mean, yeah, absolutely character. I mean, let's just quickly before we go to these to the Champions League 11 now. I just want to say, in terms of character, we saw the way Juan Fran took that penalty. You could tell it was really tense. He put it down and just rushed and took it. Ronaldo was very calm when he took his, and that was the difference. Yeah, I was saying something earlier about this being the most underwhelming Champions League victory for Real Madrid because this is the first time they're actually going into penalties. If we go through history from 1958, 56 when they started dominating. Mitchell beat you exactly.
Take a look at the result of 1960 against Frankfurt, 7-3. That wasn't the Champions League final.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
That's how the final should actually be. Shows that you want to win it.
No, the final should be 1-1 and go into penalties. Even the one they won in 2014. I said, it wasn't a reflection of how the game was, but somehow Atletico Madrid collapsed in the final minutes and the extra time and all that. That's why they shipped in those other goals because it ended, 1-0. Almost towards the end of the game, Sergio Ramos gave them that, coming back 1-1, and before you know it, Gareth Bale, of course, all of them coming in to score. Even Marcelo also scored again, and at the end of the day, they won that one. Then the last one, I think Atletico, Zidane actually had to study Atletico Madrid very well. We talked about the fact that this season they haven't won. One was a draw, the other one they won and all that. They must have studied how they played in those two games in the league and also what they did against Bayern Munich and, of course, against Barcelona. And after seeing that, they felt, okay, we can actually play like you and you play like us. At the end of the day, what's important is just the result, whether you play well or not. Once you get the trophy, you're the winner.
Yeah, you're the winner. That's what counts at the end of the day. So, once again, congrats to Real Madrid. And Zidane as well. What can you say about him?
Exactly. Just check. I'm looking at the last time they won it, right? The 9th time. They won in 2002.
Yes.
He
scored the winner.
Yeah, he scored the winning goal. Now, in 2014, he was actually part of the coaching crew. He was assistant to Carlo Ancelotti.
Yes.
And now he took over from Rafael Benitez and he won it for the team. I'm just looking at the man. 3 times.
Amazing
some people
stuff.
can just
Remarkable.
be
lucky. It remains to be seen where his career will go now. Roberto Di Matteo won the Champions League with Chelsea, and we know what has happened to him so far. But for Zidane, he's done it. He's been able to buy time by winning.
Did he win it as a player, Roberto Di Matteo?
Yeah, but we're talking as a coach. The career as a coach.
So the difference between Roberto Di Matteo and the difference between
it's a difference.
Zidane is huge. It's wide. It's far apart. There's a big difference because he was part of the coaching crew.
We're talking about them as managers here. We're saying where are their careers going to go as managers? Di Matteo won with Chelsea, and he hasn't gone into great things.
At the time, it was Zidane.
None
of us ever thought that Zidane would lead his team to win.
Exactly, and he's done it now. So we're seeing how his career is going. Is it going to progress or is it going to regress? That's what
Roberto Di Matteo wasn't sitting on the bench when Chelsea hasn't even won it before that time. So the difference is Zinedine Zidane was actually part of the coaching crew that won it in 2014. That's my point. So
yeah, but it doesn't mean
different.
Can you sit down here and say for sure now that Zidane is going to go on and have a great manager career?
Yes, I think so. I think so because he was able to actually practically bring Real Madrid from the dead. They were like 11 points behind Barcelona when he took over, right? But he was able to close the gap. So they just won by 1 point. So that tells you that he's a coach. At the time Chelsea won the Champions League, what was their position? They weren't doing well in the league. But he was able to manage the Champions League and also the league together. That's my point.
Unless you're Nostradamus, you can't say for sure. We'll see.
But I think he's going to do well as coach.
Yeah, I believe so as well. I believe so.
Based
on all he's done this season, it's been really, especially in the big games, the way he set up his team. He doesn't play to the gallery. He sets his team up to go and win. All this talk about stylish and romantic football, it doesn't seem to concern him. He's setting up his team to win. Playing to his teams and strengths and, exploiting the weeknesses of his opponent. So that's why I believe Zidane might just go on to have a
he can.
Great
especially when you remember the last Clasico, they had to go to, no camp and all that. I was shocked that the way he played that one. So it tells you that he's going to be a big manager. So that's why I want to put him in the class of Roberto Di Matteo. And so he's just in the class of his own. I'll give him
Cecilia, it's debatable, but what I'm saying is he got a chance and he took it.
Yes.
Yeah, and he made it count. So that's it. Congratulations to Zinedine Zidane and Real Madrid is 11th UEFA Champions League title.
And
wow,
some
what
clubs
a
have
story.
even won.
Some clubs have made it to the final just once.
In 20 years.
Gracious.
What clubs are
No,
you
I'm
talking about?
talking about that. Let's move on with the show now.
Coaches have been won in like how many years? And one coach just came less than 8 months and you're winning it.
We're done with the Champions League.
Okay.
Remember, after the
Lewis
Spanish
Hamilton.
Grand Prix, yeah, I
Yes.
told you guys that Hamilton loves it in Monaco.
Yes.
And that's it.
Wow.
It was easy for
Yeah,
him.
yeah. I mean, after he had a bit of a misfortune in qualifying, ended up placing third in that one behind Daniel Ricciardo and Nico Rosberg. So you wondered, okay, there it goes again for Lewis Hamilton. What is he going to do? But he's a great driver, and he showed it once again by, coming from third to win this one pretty much convincingly. So yeah, that lead that we were talking about is almost gone now. I mean, it's gone from 44 to about 24 now. So there you go. It's back in the championship race.
After 6.
Rosberg, one more crash.
Why are you so
No,
negative?
I'm just telling you, that's
It can
F1
happen,
for you.
yeah, that's
You don't
what
look
it
when
says.
these
so
drivers are
negative?
going into
No, he
this
doesn't
race.
even need one more crash.
Yeah.
All he needs is to finish outside the podium.
Outside the podium, like he did.
this
Yeah,
one.
love
And
the
of course,
track.
he's going to get it and all that. It's just 24 points after
Yeah.
6 races out of 21 races and all that. But I think, well, let's just see what happens. Ricciardo, I mean, what's wrong with Red Bull?
I mean, yeah, when they showed incredible pace during qualifying,
Yeah,
and,
the
secured
main
pole,
thing.
and you thought,
Look
okay,
at
this is
this.
the opportunity. Boom. Misfortune started with Max Verstappen, crashed out very early in that one. Ricciardo, couldn't handle the pressure of Lewis Hamilton behind him, and ended up, coming
Well, he's
second
actually
in that one.
blaming they actually screwed it up and all that. He didn't
Screwed
like
it
that.
up.
I mean, he was referring to
his team,
his team and all
Oh.
that.
So
His
these
strategic
drivers
error and
do.
everything and
Yeah.
all that. Well, he didn't like it.
Oh, okay.
You're driving the car, you're in charge of it. It's about speed. You have control right there in your hands. You
Yeah.
need to listen to your engineers. And sometimes when they tell these guys pit, some of them won't pit. Hamilton is very, very disobedient when he thinks he wants to win a race, and the engineers are saying, you got to have a pit stop now. He's just like, hey, you're disturbing me. I need to concentrate. I need to stay focused. I think for Red Bull, it's been difficult for them to move on after Sebastian Vettel.
No, really.
You
He said
know,
the tires wasn't really ready,
Oh,
and
please,
they
they
asked
have
him
a
for a
fast
pit
car.
stop and all that. So, I mean, if they knew the tire wasn't ready, he shouldn't have stopped. I think that's why he's actually
boils down to
blaming them.
strategy.
So that
Yeah,
actually
the
slowed down
strategies
his
of,
pace
yeah,
and
that's
all
what
that.
he's talking about there. Anyways, but Lewis Hamilton, you can understand, he is a very relieved man now. And
Yeah.
he's been reacting to the victory in Monaco.
Thank God that today went the way that I'd hoped. And a big thank you to all the fans that came out today. Really made the weekend. And a big thank you to my team for providing me with a great car to see it through to the end. And honestly, I'm kind of lost for words, really. It was just I prayed for a day like this, and it came true. So I feel truly blessed.
Yeah, I don't even want to comment on the race, to be honest. Just say thanks to the fans. Thanks for sticking out in this weather. I guess we, from the outside, we put on a show. Shouldn't have been as exciting as it was, to be honest. But 2 weekends in a row now, I've been screwed. So it sucks. It hurts. But thanks for everyone for sticking out. I appreciate it.
I'm extremely happy because my team has done a tremendous job with the strategy, with the calls, with the pit stops. It's been an amazing day for us. Certainly my third podium with the team. So a very special one to have it in Monaco, especially in these race conditions. And I want to dedicate this podium to our boss, Vijay Mallya, that he has been very supportive during these times. And I really want to dedicate this one for him.